Hello again, everybody. I hope that this is the last one. Really hoping this is the last stretch. All of the city stuff is done except for the bus shelter, and then I can assemble all that. I also have to do the billboard yet, so a couple little builds left. And get those on the entire area. Add the minifigs in to both scenes, and that should be it. So a couple more hours should be done. Should be, I hope. I'm really hoping. Anyways, I gotta find some parts here for the bus shelter. And then we can get moving on that. I want to thank everybody again for sticking with me this entire process. It has been a long build. We're up to something like 55 hours, maybe. Somewhere in there. I started again at 6 o'clock this morning. It is now 9 o'clock. So yeah, it's been a while, but we're getting to the end. We're getting it finished. Just have a little bit more to do. So then today I have a meeting at 11:30. Hopefully we'll be done by then. With another client for a huge project. Massive. So we'll see how that one goes. And this one better not have a deadline because, wow, it's insanely big. Like 3 to 5 meters is the size that they are looking for. I'm trying even to wrap my own head around that size. I've done big designs before. Winterfell from a few years ago being the biggest, and that was 16 feet, so about the same distance. But it also covered a much. It was just the walls of Winterfell, and that covered the entire back end of it, or the entire perimeter. Perimeter is what I'm looking for. Too many words getting jumbled up in my head, and I can't. Trying to think and rush and plan, and there's just a lot going on right now. We got 5 watching. Hi, everybody. Hopefully, the The rest of this works out just a treat. And everything goes smooth. So far, so good. Just need to kind of put a rush on these last little bits. If you're just jumping off on for the last end of this, this is a commission for Lucid Link, which is a media company, or media sharing company, I guess, cloud sharing. The table's almost clear of parts, and I'm still having a hard time finding finding things over there. Now that's just filled with bags with 1 or 2 parts in it each. So there's a bench, and now we're getting to the build proper. So there's lots of parts left over here. In tan, anyway, that I need for this build. And I need this one. I really should have done when I did the other buildings, but I was wiped at that point. It's times like these again. I need more tan parts. Yeah. Still have to call the courier and find out what time they do delivery. Very funny, Dusty. Yep. Yeah, definitely give me a like. I mean, come on, I deserve it. I don't usually ask for those things, but 50-some hours. Give me some love. Give me a little love. Parts are spread out everywhere here, so I'm having a hard time finding anything. My goodness. right. So what's going on today, Dusty? What are you up to? Oof. Yeah, I probably should have done that a little different. But it's too late now. Man, I tell you, it's cold outside. I went and got the crate, and the scary part about the crate is that I have to tip it sideways to get it through the door. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to be making sure it's packed really well. Oh, it's scary. I think I have enough room for about 3 inches of padding on either side of the model. And I'll be filling it. If you didn't catch it in the other live streams, this is the first time I'm actually crating something. Usually I just... they're size where I can put it in cardboard and just pack it really well, but this one needed to be crated. So there's a whole other procedure with that. That is supposed to be a 1x12. Which I don't see over here. So that's kind of stinky. Yeah, this is the part in the build where I'm going to be running out of parts. And I need them. And yeah. Trying to find things that will work. Oh, I found it. Okay. Whew. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, and then an 8 and a 2. It's funny, I cleared off a lot of parts from that table, but it still doesn't look like there's... Still looks like there's a lot of parts on that table. But the build's done. I mean, more or less. Right, I need another one of those pillars, which I don't have because they didn't make it in the order. So I need to substitute. Oh, I had a couple spare here, so we're good. A couple spare that I found previously. But it might actually be a... No, okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And, you know, yesterday I was feeling no stress. Like, yeah, it's all good. Had plenty of time. This time yesterday morning, I was fine. Not a big deal. Now, now it's a different story. Thing just doesn't want to stick, so we'll do that. There we go. Well, yes. Problem. You saw the barn. There's no room in there to do anything. It's in the living room, and you know what? It's gonna have to be turned sideways just to get in the courier anyway. So I'd rather turn it sideways here and deal with the repercussions than have to turn it sideways when I get to the courier and something go wrong there. So it's also going to be a good test of how it's going to travel, because they're not going to be gentle with it. I've never had a courier yet be gentle with packages, so it will be a test. If you mark fragile on it, they don't care. They do not care. I'm gonna be packing this very well. Don't worry. Like, I have, what is it? 700 feet of small bubble wrap. I have 350 feet of large bubble. And then I have 14 cubic feet of packing peanuts. So it's going to be packed. It will not budge when I'm done. I learned my lesson the very first shipment I sent overseas. And from this point on, I do not take a chance on couriers being gentle with stuff. Because those boxes were packed well too, but still it smashed. But they weren't packed well enough. So now I make sure that it is as tightly packed as I can get it. And yeah. Yeah. I mean, small shippers, like small shipments are fine. I've never had a problem with a small shipment. Big shipments are a little different. Big shipments are definitely, yeah. So when they go to move around a big shipment, you know, they're not gentle in how they put it down. They don't place it gently. They drop them. And you've got to be ready for that this thing's going to get dropped. It's all good. It's just a matter of packing it tight. Packing it tight. Getting it as tight as I can get it. And making sure absolutely nothing moves on the inside. Yeah, the client was in touch last night asking about progress and when is it going to get shipped, and so they're getting nervous, but can only do what I can do, right? If I could work faster, I would be working faster. So what happened, why this time schedule was so tight, was because initially the marketing agent I'm working with misunderstood the client's wishes. And she was under the assumption of one thing up until like 0 hour when they clarified what they wanted. So then it fell on her to find somebody who could do it quickly. And that's where I came to the rescue. So I said, sure, I'm insane enough to do that. What arrangements do I have? You assume there is arrangements. There are no arrangements. So if it gets there in rough shape, then, well, I didn't do my job right. That's number one. It's not the client's fault if it got packed poorly or anything like that along the way. There is shipping insurance, but I mean, will that cover all the work and everything like that involved? No. So I make sure, to the best of my ability, that that doesn't happen. I was looking for the wrong color parts. Silly me. Yeah. I haven't had to yet, but it would fall on me to deal with any ramifications of shipping issues. That's just the way it is. And are you even seeing what I'm doing? I'm like way over here and don't have you framed up at all, and you can't even tell what's going on. Zoom was acting up this morning, but I restarted the computer when I took a break, and it seems to be working fine now. I'm sure my hair is going everywhere, but that's what happens when you wake up at 6 or 5 and just start going. There's no time to be pretty now. That's the bus shelter done, and it's 9:30. So now I've got to get the billboard done. I did say it'll be 10 o'clock before I got everything together, and it's going to be 10 o'clock before I get it all together. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing, is that it's... something's odd here. That's missing. Weird. There's supposed to be parts behind to hold the... And I have the parts to hold it. I just don't have the instructions. Very odd. Very, very odd. Studio ate my instructions for how I built the support for the billboard. So weird. So weird. Okay. Not exactly a complicated build, but still weird. see. So that was 1, 2, and 1. Once the billboard's done, I'll do a quick tidy on the table and then get everything assembled. So like so. 1, 2. All right, getting to the end. Okay, so that and that. Now just take that apart and glue it up so that I have it all properly done. Now, so again, back to timelines. I'm glad I prepared for shipment today and not shipment tomorrow, because then I would have been really stressed. really stressed. But shipment today is fine. That leaves an extra day for something else to go wrong. But at least I'll have prepared for it. Okay, so we need some black parts. 6s. Six, 4, and 2s. 6, 4s, and 2s. I don't think that 2's... Oh, 2's sitting right here in front of me. I already got the 2's. Silly. Silly. Okay. So that goes along the seam like so. And again. And so, for those watching now, who actually thought I was going to be able to pull this off? Be honest. Be honest. How many of you thought I was going to crash and burn? What's that? That's a 10, 10, 4 10s and 2 8s. Four 10s and 2 8s. So there's 2 8s and there's the 10s. If I am being quite honest, this took, I wouldn't say everything I had, because I'm not utterly exhausted. But it took more effort than I expected. Put it that way. Even compared to building for a month, doing the mansion, this I found a harder challenge. Mind you, I did the mansion in like 30 days and it was 64,000 parts. And this was 12,000 parts done in like, would it be 4.5 days? So I actually did it much faster than when I did the mansion. Yeah, until like the numbers are meaningless. I'm being quite honest, like for instance, if I had glued the mansion, I would have been at it easily half again. So a month and a half. Because the mansion build itself was far more complex than this stuff. The mansion was basically like doing vehicles the entire time. Like everything was detailed, and I had to pay attention the entire time. It was all engineered. These buildings were much simpler, so I could put down a lot of bricks really fast and not really think about it. So there is our billboard. But we need the inside to it, because, well, it's great to have a billboard. It needs to have something in it. I saved this for the last intentionally, because this moment means a lot. So this is the last part of the actual build. The rest is going to be, having fun, playing with minifigures, getting the scenes set up. But there we go. Lucid Link. It's another amazing print by Marc Andre. So what I'd love to do is just that. But I gotta take them off one at a time. Put it in place. I'm telling you right now, I'm feeling I'm feeling a whole lot of relief. I can breathe. Stress is ebbing. Worst case scenario right now is it gets sent tomorrow and not today. I mean, it's all good. It's all good now. Everything is golden. There's no more. Well, there still could be gluing mishaps, but I doubt they're going to happen. But the marathon's almost over. The finish line is in sight. I will clean this off. I'll put it all together and play around with the minifigs. I won't do that on camera. And if anybody wants to see the final with all the minifigs, I'll probably run a just glamour video for a minute. Do a little short of the entire project and put that on YouTube. But yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. Thank you, everybody. Dusty, Sean, Paul, CJ, Yoddington. I'm sure there's others I'm forgetting. Luca, David. Everybody who jumped on and say hi, and Jonathan as well. Gave me the encouragement I needed to pull this off. I really, really appreciate it. So let's glue up the billboard now. And there we go. Okay. Time to tidy. I'll bring everything out. I'll get that set up, show you guys that, and then I'm gonna sign off and get the rest of this done. So build's over, so I can just sweep this into the sweep this into a bin, right? And I can deal with cleaning up from this disaster another day. I do need some tiles though, just so I have spots to put minifigs, because that'll be important. That will be important. Okay, so let's sweep this stuff into a bin. Yeah, it is really hard to fathom the numbers until, like, even when I'm designing. Sean, when, like, I don't really know what it's gonna look like, how big it's gonna be, until the very end when it's like, wow, this is so much bigger than I thought. Which is always the reaction. It's like, wow, this is huge. Okay. Gotta get all these bags put away. Have open on my table. Clear the space. Man, what a marathon. Oof. Wow. I'm starting to come down. Starting to come down. So there's a well-known phenomenon that happens, and it's called post-build depression. And it happens across, like, every industry, anywhere. It's when you're done these huge projects, you're all finished, and you've accomplished your goal, you go into a bit of a state of depression until the next big thing comes along. And it'll happen. I know this very well. It's happened to me many times. Where to be like, okay, yeah, I got that done, and now there's nothing. And then the next thing comes along, and it's just as adrenaline pumping, because these kind of projects get your blood flowing. Give me a moment out of camera to go and clean up all this stuff that's just sitting around. Bins that have been left open, and as I said, I'm not tidy when I'm building. I just grab and go. Because tidying up can happen later. Got a lot of bricks left over, which is good. That generally ordering 10% extra, that worked. There were a few things that were missing, but by and large, I didn't have any real part issues that I couldn't overcome. I had to work my way around a few things, but that's fine. And get these tiles off. Whew. This was a big one. This was a big one. I won't be doing anything like this anytime soon. I need a good 6-month recovery before I get into something like this again. The last one I did was the mansion, and that was in November of last year. So 6 months ago. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Clear away all this mess. All right. I'm starting to feel the perma-smile coming on. That moment when like it's done, it's actually done. It's not quite done, but it's pretty darn close. So close. Oh, I gotta glue these tiles down now too. That is something that has to happen because they lock into the next section. So let's get that done. Let's get that done. Where did I put my bottle? I can't remember what way that went around. I'm guessing this way. Alright. Give this stuff a good swab down. Well, that doesn't want to stick on anyway. I'll leave that off till I figure out what way that's supposed to go on. You're right. You're not wrong, Paul. Especially if it was Disney that called. You know me too well. Yeah, Paul said that a week from now, if Disney got in touch and said, "Hey, we need the full Magic Kingdom by the summer," what my response would be, and he's not wrong. I would jump at it. I'd be like, "Yes, I'll do that." It's true. It's so true. I'd be on that in a heartbeat. Because that's the kind of crazy I am. My team knows me well. Too funny. I still should leave that off because I'm not quite sure where that goes yet. I know somebody right now who's doing something for Disney, which is funny that you should mention that. We're not, but somebody is. And as soon as they told me, I was a little bit jealous. It was like, oh, really? That would be awesome. It'll come. It'll happen. We just keep plugging away at it. It'll happen. That'd be one of those moments where, yeah, we made it. When Disney phones you up, then you can say you made it, for sure. And we're not far off. We're not far off at all. Okay, so those are glued in place. Ready to go. Oh, I know everybody would chip in if we landed something like that. If we landed something like that, then it'd be time to get people to leave their jobs and start working full time. All right. Let's go back to the base file, find out where all these trees and everything go. Open. Oh, it's not reading my external hard drive now. This happened before. Oh, actually, right. I was smart and I put it on the laptop hard drive. Okay. Step 51. Let's take a look. All right, so I need those tiles that I left out. I do need those. Okay. So these trees won't be, might be too close now, are you? These trees won't be left on for shipping. They're gonna be removed because they're just gonna break during the process. So no need to take that risk. And parking signs. And what else goes on here? The fire hydrant over on that side. Still a question in my mind whether I want to ship all of this or ship with this stuff intact or not. Because I could glue all this down, or I could have them set it up. But I don't know that they're going to want to spend a lot of time with setup, so it may be a better idea to glue it down. There's one of the parking pay sites, and what goes here? Oh, that's one of those. Okay, so, and then one of our stoplights. Okay, so that side's done. Let's move you over. Get the bottle of mech out of my way so it doesn't tip over and then cause a disaster. At this point, I would scream. Okay, so we got that. It's coming together, it's coming together, it's coming together. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, Paul. Thanks for stopping by. I think it's all just wrapping up here, so. Exciting. Very exciting. I think the city map goes there. Oh, right. City map goes there. And the garbage can goes here. Oop. Like so. And a post. And a tree. And another parking sign. And another tree. I mean, this makes such a big difference. I don't know if you guys can see very well, but such a big difference to the layout. And then we have our bus station here. There's supposed to be something behind there. picnic table. And what's that sign? I think it says no parking. I can't read it right now though. Come on. Yeah, all parking that way. No parking in that direction. And we can do our other stoplights. There. It's looking good. It's looking fantastic, actually. It's looking fantastic. Well pleased. Well pleased. Jonathan was right. Like, adding the street signs and everything makes a huge difference. Well, that wasn't supposed to be that. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Where is that? There was... I have this wrong. I have this wrong. Made a little boo-boo. So there's that, and then this pine tree was supposed to be here. And this tree was supposed to be over here. There we go. And then we had that, and that. There we are. All right. Feels like it's taken almost as long as it did to build it. That. And this goes here. Ah, so that was in that direction. Where Hi, Brian. New to my channel. Wow. You are in a good time. Perfect time. I'm just finishing up a huge city display for a client. And we're almost, I don't know what hour we're at now. Started at 6 this morning, finished up calculating time, 4 hours today. Like, nearing 60 hours. 60 hours I've been doing the actual build. We did the design last week, which took us 80 hours. So we're just getting the last bits together today. And this, almost done. A couple little things like that, and danger signs and whatever else kicking around. Construction, construction. And there we go. So all the scenery is placed. Now, if that wasn't exciting enough, time to put the buildings on. And then the vehicles. And then we're getting close. We're getting so close. So close. All right. Let's move you a little bit this way. So you can see a bit more what's going on. Okay. Start with the ice cream shop. Oh, yeah. And then the theater. Oh, this is a moment. This is a fantastic moment. This is feeling so good right now, guys. So good. A couple of spots I still need to touch up that I forgot to replace some parts. Okay. And then the billboard's going on top of that. I hope it fits. Yes, it does. Barely, but it fits. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Gorgeous. Oh, so good. So good, so good, so good. Ah, well, that wasn't good. I'm going to have to glue that on a little bit better. Glue that on a little bit better right now. That obviously needs some more attention. There we go. That won't come off again. Okay, now time for the factory. I'm gonna have to move you a bit so I can make room for putting this thing on. Ha 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 ha. It's so exciting. So exciting. Okay. And all these supports that I made have got to get glued in. But that won't take any time at all. That won't take any time at all. And I still have to glue the flames in place because I don't want them snapping off. Okay, and there was one thing I did think of to hold this roof down a little bit better. And I will do that now. While I am finalizing it. So, let's see if we can hold the edge of that roof down like that. All right. All right. I know you can't see it yet, but it's almost there. Take the smokestacks out. Take the smoke out. If you're not hitting the like button now, I mean, almost 60 hours of work. I deserve a little bit of like. Okay, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Okay, we're gonna have to go the other way maybe. Start in the back and push towards the front. Ah, much better. Yeah, now the roof fits perfect. Now the roof fits bang on. Yeah. You might have been waiting all weekend for this, but it is here. I'm not going to push those all the way down yet because I don't want them to break off. Okay. You want to see it? Nah. Wow. Let me get the lights set up a little bit better so we can get a better vantage of this. Wow. Okay. A lot of hardship, a lot of hours, a lot of work. But this is the moment. Oh my gosh. I can't. Okay, I get the vehicles on. Oh my goodness. It already looks fantastic, but I need the vehicles. It'll even look better with the minifigs here and the firefighters and all of that. Oh my goodness, this looks fantastic. Wait until you see it. Just wait until you see it. Sean, you gonna come take a drive out real quick? You need to. You don't need to work today. Let's see if we can get this ladder up here. Yeah. There we go. We clogged this whole thing with vehicles. That's why we built so many, so we have enough vehicles to go do it all. I think I'll put the ambulance back there a bit. And then tilt that a little bit that way. And then we got our news vans. Oh man. I mean, that setup time was nothing. That was great. Okay, now I'm ready to show you. Wow. Okay. Here we go. Look at that. I mean, come on. 80 hours of design work. Almost 60 hours of building. So much went into making this happen. Our graphic designers did a fantastic job. Our printer did amazing. me take you right off the tripod here. Get you in close. I mean, just absolutely incredible. Incredible effort by our team to make this happen within 2 weeks is astounding. Absolutely astounding. So, just have to add the minifigures. Bring it to the next level with a little bit more life. And it's gonna be done. Ready to ship. Ready to go to the client. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, everybody. I really hope you loved the live stream. It was a lot of work, a lot of ups and downs. But yeah, I'm going to sign off now. It is 7:15. It's been many, 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 many hours of work. But here we go. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for the encouragement, the conversation. And yeah, until next time. As I said, I'm going to go finish off the minifigures. I'll do a quick short of the entire thing put together, as well as the editing suite. So, have a fantastic day, everybody. Keep dreaming of bricks. Bye-bye.